Hey guys, it's Steve Huff from stevehufpphoto.com. Today I want to take a look back, a flashback at the Canon 50 f9.5 Dream Lens. That is the nickname for it, and here it is on a Sony a7S. It looks like a fat, chunky hunk of glass because it is. This is an old lens for an old rangefinder system from Canon back in the day, a film system. The Canon 7 it was called, I believe. And as you can see this lens, I mean, it looks really cool. I love the style and look of this vintage lens, whether it's on a Sony A series camera like you see here, or a Leica M. This is a Leica M monochrome. Now, I had this lens in an M mount version. It was converted to M mount. You can find them on eBay, which is about the only place, or some used camera forums. And they go these days for anywhere between $2,500 and $3,500 depending on condition. And you're either going to love or hate this lens. This lens has so many fans, and it has so many that dislike it because of its unique artistic style. This is not an everyday lens. This is an artist's lens, an art lens. It's going to render images in a unique way. And my copy was excellent, actually. As you'll see here, this picture of Debbie, she is spot on sharp, and the background just melts away like melting butter in a pan. It's almost like, that's why they call it the dream lens. It looks dreamy, like you could imagine having a dream and seeing this scene. It's very dreamy, and here's another one of Debbie. Now, this was years ago in my backyard before we fixed it up, but here she is again. She's sharp in the frame. The background just melts away into a blob of blur. So that's what you can expect with the Canon Dream Lens. Here's another one. These are all shot wide open, but even if you stop it down, it still has an interesting dreamy draw, I will say. Here she was laying out on a nice day in the spring. And this is just something that's kind of I shot trees in the backyard at dusk, and I purposely blew them out of focus to see what the bouquet looked like. And while it's a little rough, it's also different. It's not that really rough bouquet you get. It's mixed in with that creaminess that is the signature of this lens. This was taken on the Leica monochrome, it appears, in my backyard back then. There's my little Olive and Debbie in the back. Here's Debbie again. This is with the monochrome this time in black and white. Look at the way those tree branches just glow in the background. It just makes the entire scene surreal. So this is why some of you will love this lens and some of you will hate this lens. This one, I made him out of focus on purpose. That wasn't a mistake. I was still experimenting with the different looks you can get from a lens. And that's important because these days, most modern lenses look similar. They're sharp, they're contrasty, they're sharp across the frame. You get almost perfection these days in almost any modern day lens you buy. So when you buy something like the Canon Dream Lens, you're getting something different. You're getting something unique. And believe me, this lens, there's nothing like it. There's many fast 50s out there, f9.5, there's f1.1s, there's cheap lens you can get. I just reviewed the 51.1 from 7 Artisans, but this lens, nothing renders like this lens, nothing that I've seen. In fact, I would go as far to say in my 20 years of working in photography and reviewing cameras and whatever, this is the most unique lens that I've ever owned, tested, or used. In fact, it's also one of those lenses that if you have it, you can get tired of the look. And that's what happened with me. I was using it so much, and then I was like, wow, all these photos look the same, which is a good thing in some ways. But then you get tired of that constant blown out look. So I sold it. But guess what? I regret that, as I usually do when I buy gear that I love and then sell it because I say to myself, wow, I'd rather have the money. I have a weird thing with money and buying lenses. There I am with the monochrome. I buy a lens I love, it's so expensive, and then I get buyer's remorse because I feel bad that I spent all that money. when I'm not I no longer do pro photography work, and that's my choice, but I do it as a passion, as a hobby, and I love it, and I feel bad when I spend too much money. But I do miss this lens. As you can see, it just gives, there's a really weird picture. I put on a Halloween mask I bought one year, and it looked really freaky, as you can see. And this is with the M monochrome. I think I put a filter using one of those plugins though. But still, you get an idea of what this lens looks like. There's Debbie. She was playing with another Halloween prop there. And there's Olive giving her a kiss on the neck. But where was I? Yeah, this lens. So I do regret selling it. I wish I had one, even if I only used it a few times per year. So actually, I may sell a few other lenses that I haven't used in over a year, and maybe find a good copy on eBay just to have for those moments when I want that unique rendering, or if I'm going somewhere, as I often do, for really low light. I think this shot was stopped down to f2 right here. This is my old dog Scrubby. He had since passed, but he was the best dog I ever had in life. He was the most faithful companion, and he just gave love, 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 and never wanted anything in return, though I gave him all kinds of love and food and snacks and walks and fun in return. This is with a Leica M240 right here. The funny thing is, whether it was on the monochrome, the Sony, or the Leica, this lens keeps that same character. It has that just unique style, and it doesn't really matter what camera you use, because the lens is not a high resolution lens, so you're not going to get a crisp, snappy draw on a higher resolution camera. It's just going to be more of that good stuff that it gives, or bad stuff if that's how you look at it. I remember when I wrote about this review on my website, which I did not too long ago, or I'm sorry, long ago, a couple, 3, 4, who knows, time flies so fast. And it was splits. Half the people said, oh my God, this is a horrible lens. And half the people said, oh, I want one. And, you know, people were asking to buy my copy because I had a pristine copy. So a lot of people love it. A lot of people dislike it. One thing is for sure, you're never going to find a lens like it. Look at that bokeh right there. It's insane. So you can find these on eBay. Just search for Canon 50 f9.5 or Canon Dream Lens. You can see the written write-ups I did a few years ago. I did 2 of them over at my website, stevehufpphoto.com. If you like this video and want to see more flashbacks like I put up last week I put up 3 of these. I have tons I can do of these flashback videos with lenses that I never did videos for, and even cameras. So thumbs up and subscribe. Hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you next time. This is Steve from stevehufpphoto.com. Bye.